Hey, what's up, world? How you guys doing this evening? Hopefully this video finds you in great health, in great spirits, and keeping your head up. Listen, I had to do a remix to a video that I made previously about us all needing to do our part. So I'm going to jump back on. I went on ahead and took that one down, and I feel like I got some better information now. I got some new restored energy, because I have to admit that this virus thing has gotten me down personally with all of the death and all of the sad news that I'm seeing up and down my social media timeline. And I've decided on today that I'm finna disconnect from social media because I can't stand the programming. And this is what I want to talk to you guys about on this evening, because I know most of you are feeling the same way that I am on tonight. I had another subject that I was going to talk about. It's a barn burner, but I just don't feel like it's appropriate. I feel like I need to be talking about this subject matter on this evening. So without further ado, guys, come on in, do whatever it is that you do to relax, and let's get loose. So remix to we all need to be doing our parts. First of all, I want to thank all of our frontline employees, the nurses, the doctors, as I stated before, working in the hospital, that are right up and front and center and close to this disease. Thank you so much for risking your lives and your family's lives to go out and care for those who can and cannot care for themselves. Thank you. Those of you that are out here and have been labeled as essential workers, as I have, thank you too. Because we still need certain things to continue to be rolling in times like these. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is the importance now of controlling your mind, controlling what goes into your mind, and taking steps, which I have, to first of all deprogram from social media. I'm disconnecting from that and trying to go through my business page. I just don't want to see all of the negativity that's going on these timelines. I don't want to see that personally, because it's taking a toll and an effect on my energy, my spirit, and I don't want to operate at that level. And I want to kind of uplift you guys and advise you guys to kind of do the same. So before I get too deep into that, we all need to be doing the essential things. You know, if you're not needed outside and you don't need to go out, then don't go out. Let's take this thing serious, guys, so that we can heal this world and all do our part in doing so. This world needs a healing, and it's going through a cleansing right now. And you want to make sure that you're coming out on the other side, you and your family members. So do what we need to be doing to protect ourselves, staying out of harm's way. You know, when you're coming in, disinfecting, washing your hands, count to 20. You know, I know some of you guys, if you're like me, you weren't used to this, counting to 20 when you're washing your hands. We need to be doing that stuff now, taking all the precautions and not worrying about all of the rest. So I wanted to put that out there first before I go deeper into the subject matter of, I made a video about a month or two ago about watching what it is that you feed your mind. And I kind of prophesied this thing into existence, right? Because right now, more than ever, we need to be watching what we're feeding our minds. Because only the strong are going to survive this. And we're talking about those that are strong in mind, body, and spirit. Watch what you're allowing into your atmosphere at this point in time. Because all of the programming that's going on is spewing out death. I know you're seeing it. And what is that going to create? Fear. False evidence appearing real. You have to watch what you're feeding your third eye at this point, guys, because they're trying to attack your mind You may be a healthy person, but you're seeing all of this death and this person died and that person died, and it's going to affect your mind. And so where the mind goes, the body follows. We have to be very cognizant of this right now, because this is facts. Where the mind goes, so does the body follow. As a man thinks, so does everything else goes. Listen, we are amazing creatures. We have the ability to heal ourselves. When you get a cut, the body goes into a mode where it automatically heals itself. And that scratch turns into a scab, and before you know it, you've begun to grow new skin over that cut. That's how amazing your body is. Now, what we're missing, and what I don't want you to miss in all of that, is how powerful the mind has to be in order to make all of that happen. So if your body is self-curable through the mind, then we have to protect what's going into the mind right now, what we allow, because everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's all of a sudden a medical doctor. Everybody's this, everybody's that. And I'm not shitting on nobody that's in the medical field that's out here trying to provide helpful information to people. But this is panic time. You know, I'm going down and I'm trying to read all of this, and I had to catch myself and say, you know what? This social media is what's doing this to me. I'm laying up in the bed at night. I can't hardly sleep because I'm thinking about all of this stuff. And I had to go back and look at like what's changed all of a sudden. And that's what it is. That's what I'm allowing in. I'm allowing all of this stuff in, all of this negativity and all of this sky is falling type of thing into my life. And it's affecting my mind. And I can't allow that. So I had to get up on this camera today and I had to speak to a couple of you guys because I know you're in the same boat. Listen, the mind is going to try to fool you in one of two ways. It's going to constantly remind you about the past incidents that you have burned into your brain that you cannot let go and you cannot forget about. Or it's going to try to propel you into the future, get you to thinking about, well, what if? What is this? What if I had this? What if I made this? What if I had $1 million? Right? You can't will yourself into that. Because the only thing that matters in life is right now. If we learn to start living in right now and stop living in the past, because the past is already over. And here's an interesting fact about the past. There's no such thing. It's an illusion. Because what happened yesterday happened in a now moment just then. Catch that. I know that's going to go over some of you guys' head. But catch that. That was a now moment once before. Everything happens in the now. So we have to stop right now, despite of all of this that's going on. And we have to look at what's happening right now. Are you healthy right now? Are you in a panic or a frenzy right now? We have to start to concentrate on the now and stop living in the past and trying to excel ourselves in the future. That's when the introduction of time comes in, and that's what screws us up, because time is our greatest enemy, because it's the ego trying to stay relevant in our lives. And he knows, and the ego knows that it can't, if it can't either bother you with the past or the future. The ego cannot live in right now. I'm talking some deep stuff now. This is to my third eye thinkers right now. The ego cannot live in right now. Because if you look around right now I'm on this camera. Right now I'm talking to my audience. That's what's happening right now. Right now I'm not in any fear. because my ego is not involved in pushing me into thinking somewhere else to where it can exist. Because it can't. Because I'm in the now. I'm in right now. So right now, what I've decided to do is what I told you before. I'm jumping off of that because it's going to try to push me into the future. Oh, well, this is what's going to happen on. We don't know what's going to happen on beyond right now. Nobody knows what's going to happen beyond right now. And the past is an illusion because it was a right now moment at a certain point in time that we've continued to relive and relive and relive and not realize that it's not important. It's not a part. It's an illusion. It's gone. That's what once was. It's not now. It's foolery. It's tricking you. Trying to turn your thoughts into fears, because if we learn how to let that go, then it has no place in life. We all have to do our parts. We all have to be strong-minded and know who it is that we are. At this point in time, because the propaganda is alive and well and raging. And the world is sick, y'all. This earth is sick. And I got conspiracy theories about what's going on. But this world is sick, and it's got to go through its healing process. Whether this was self-made, man-made, or whatever it is that we think. I'm not going to give my opinion on my page, but you guys can speculate about that. But the best thing that we could be doing is living for the right now. Living in the moment right now. And I know times right now are not looking the best, because we always want things to look the best. We always want the grass to be green. We always want the sun to shine, but that's just not reality in life. Sometimes you got to go through some darkness. But yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. Right now, yea, though, that's right now. Yea, though I'm walking through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. No weapons formed against me will ever prosper. They won't. And they won't for you either. So I said all of that stuff to say, we have to be strong in the mind. We have to be strong in the mind right now, because the world is changing. The way that was is never going to be again. We have to be strong-willed financially. We have to be strong-willed health-wise, mind, body, and soul. Minds have to be strong. Body has to be strong. Soul has to be strong. Everything that's within you has got to be strong right now, because only the strong will survive. What does life look like on the other side of this for you and your family? What does it look like? You're healthy now. Don't let the tricks and the foolery of what's going on out here convince you that you're all of a sudden not healthy. You know how you eat. You know how you exercise. You know all about all of this stuff. You know your own body. And if anything, let this be a warning to you to now, if you're not in the greatest of health, start to get healthy. Start to do that. If you're not the healthiest in the mind, start to get healthy in the mind. If you're not healthy in the body, start to get healthy in the body. If you're not healthy in your soul, start to get healthy in your soul. Because this is something that many of us have not experienced in our lifetimes before. And to some of us, it's not fun. Some of us are living in fear right now. And fooling ourselves into, thinking that we all of a sudden, we're sick. I'm breathing and I'm like, well, what's going on with my chest? Thoughts like that. You're going over and replaying over and over in your mind. Remember what I told you. Some of us, myself, I'm going to put myself out and be transparent. Some of us are going through and, the images of the past are driving the fear. But the fear is false. Oh, is my nose running? Is my chest tight? We willing this disease on us. And we can't do that. So guys, I want you to be strong. I want you to do your part. I want you to continue practicing social distancing. Even after they lift this stay-at-home order, we need to be cautious out here. Because that could be a fool trap too, a booby trap too. We need to continually practice what we're practicing. Just because they come on the TV and tell you, oh, everything is okay, don't be fooled by that. Don't fall for the trap. So let's stay healthy, guys. Let's lift our spirits up. I'm talking to you as well as I'm talking to myself on this. My spirits got down for a little bit. For a couple of days, I was down in the spirit. But the thing about me, man, is I'm not going to stay down for long. My energy, man, I can sense when my energy is down. And maybe I got people in my corner that tell me when my energy is down and I need to lift it up. So here we go. Energy back up. Let's get that energy back up. Let's get back. Let's get back up. And if your energy is down and you're under the sound of my voice, keep swinging. Keep swinging. Get back up. Lift yourself back up. Control your mind. Live in the now. Stop living in the past. Stop living in the past and stop letting your mind try to excel you into the future. Be a watcher of your mind and begin to laugh at it. Begin to understand what it's trying to do to you so that you could just sit back and smile. I understand what you're trying to do and you can correct those things. So as always, guys, man, I'm trying to hop on this thing and educate you, uplift you, elevate, motivate for domination, invoke thought, promote higher levels of understanding. And sometimes I need those things too. So guys, thank you so much for the continued support. We're growing this channel in the way that I knew we always would. We're up at around 300 and some odd subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. For new users, continued users, thank you so much. Continue to like, comment, share, hit the notifications buzzer. Subscribe if you like what you hear. Continue to subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving us just a couple minutes of your time on this evening, because we know you could have been anywhere else in this world on this evening, but we thank you for spending just a couple of minutes with us. So, it's your boy Top Dog. Just needed to get that off of my chest, and I know that someone is going to find value in this. Lift your head up. Let's keep on fighting. Don't invite those things into our lives. Cut as much of the negativity out and replace it with positivity. Get you an audio book. Read that an hour or so or half an hour or so before you go to bed. Work on something that you've wanted to work on for all of these years, and now you finally have the time. Don't continually push it off. Work on it. Have positive things on your mind continually. And positive things will happen. So it's your boy Top Dog. I'm signing off. Peace.